We, the statisticians, love to believe that every dataset has a normal distribution. Because it is easy, all formulas are known, and secondly, there are no computational issues. It is also true that most of the datasets, but not all, follow a normal distribution because the normal distribution is based on a pervasive logic. Number 1, it is symmetric. Number 2, chances of error, that is, deviation from the mean, exponentially decrease with the magnitude of the error. And, most importantly, some genius mathematicians, Kolmogorov was one of them, have already proved that the distribution of sample mean can always be approximated by a normal distribution if the sample size is adequately large, greater than 30. So, we don't really care if the dataset is normal or non-normal, if our sample size is large. And, we can apply all such tests, like z-test, t-test, ANOVA, f-test, for comparing across non-normal populations when the sample size is large. But, we cannot apply these tests if the population is non-normal and the sample size is small. What is the difference between a normal and non-normal population? There are many, but the most important one is this. Normal distributions are symmetric. Non-normal distributions are skewed. We can apply all such tests, like z-test, t-test, ANOVA, f-test, etc., for small samples if we are sure that the sample is drawn from a normal population. Otherwise, we have to use some alternative tests. These alternative tests have been designed without any assumption of normality and are called non-parametric tests. First, we have to check if the sampled dataset has come from a normal population or not. To verify this assumption of normality, we apply the Kolmogorov Smirnov test. There are several other methods for checking the normality assumption. You may find the reference to the following tests in some other places. Of these, Kolmogorov Smirnov test, Shapiro-Wilk test, Pearson's chi-squared test are quite popular. Different tests are applied based on situations and assumptions. The most generalized test method is Pearson's chi-square test. You can test the sample against any standard probability distribution by applying Pearson's chi-square test. The p-value of the Kolmogorov-Smirnov test is smaller than 0.05 implies that the normality assumption does not hold. If the sample size is also small, then instead of doing an independent sample t-test, apply the Mann-Whitney test. Instead of doing the paired sample t-test, apply the Wilcoxon test. And instead of an ANOVA, apply the Krusker-Wallis test.